The show's about to start.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of No Conduct Radio. Tonight's show is brought to you by IOOI.net.au, the all-natural nighttime, anytime face moisturizer all the way from Australia. They offer free shipping to anywhere in the world. Go to IOOI.net.au for your all-natural face moisturizer. So, tonight we're talking about a topic near and dear to Char's heart. Sowing your wild oats in your 20s and 30s.
Damn.
So,
yeah.
on one of our shows in, I think it was towards the end of January, BJ was talking about his cousin. And Char said it's natural, like she thinks that, you know, women should basically sow their wild oats in their 20s and 30s and then settle down in their 40s. So we're going to play a clip from that show, and then we're going to talk about it. We're also going to answer your relationship questions. And I kind of changed the format of the show up just a little bit. So we're going to be adding fun little questions in the beginning of the show now. So we're going to do that. Okay. We're going to start that today, and we're also going to bring this to our listeners as well. So starting next week, we're going to actually bring the questions on our social media so you can answer the questions and we can bring your answers to the show. So that's what we're going to be doing for today. In the meantime, how is everyone doing?
Good. I'm doing
pretty
good.
Luke and I were just having our own little powwow, so... You know, we logged on early. Oh, great. So you just sat and just listened like a stalker and didn't say hello?
Stalker.
No, I was doing other stuff. I didn't have time to talk to y'all.
All right. Okay.
That is it's so embarrassing in a way. It's like, I'm glad it was nothing real personal. We talk all the time. I know y'all's personal business. You be okay. But yeah, I was there. I was listening. I had other stuff to do to talk at the time. So.
Damn.
Right.
Anyway.
I wanted to say, okay, so listeners, check this out. So they were basically waiting for the show to start, and I guess BJ's his mouth wasn't close to the mic. So this is all I'm hearing on my end. Put your lips closer. Just put it closer. BJ, put it a little bit closer. What the hell is going on over there? How close do you want it, Char?
Closer.
So anyway, Logic, what's going on, man? You're all quiet and stuff. Char and BJ over there having orgies and stuff. How are you doing? Virtual orgies.
I'm just tripping off this article I'm reading about NYU.
What's going on?
They had a special Black History Month menu at the cafeteria, and the items were barbecue ribs, cornbread, collard greens, Kool-Aid, and watermelon flavored water.
Kool-Aid.
Oh,
damn.
Wow.
For Black History
Month. Oh, my God.
You know what? I was like, okay, that's you had that little protest right there. All the students should be protesting right there in the cafeteria. That's crazy.
Cool.
Wait,
apparently.
Didn't they have potato salad, macaroni and cheese, and some other pork chops? I mean, but that Kool-Aid killed it, though. See, that's really a stereotype right there. Y'all just killed it with that.
I don't eat. What is you said cornbread? I eat cornbread, but what else was there? But so do white people. What else was there?
Watermelon flavored water. You said, I think.
Watermelon.
First of all,
that's what I was saying.
I drink regular water, and I hate watermelon. I hate collard greens.
Not water. Kool-Aid.
Listen, y'all.
I don't drink Kool-Aid.
You're debating the items.
Yeah.
My thing is why.
Why? Yeah,
all the years. Why would you have it on Black History Month?
Right now. Right.
And they're saying our mark is behind. Our mark is behind the menu. And our mark fired 2 employees, and the 2 employees that came up with it were black people.
Damn.
What? This is absolutely black. Oh, wow.
Lord.
Okay, they were. They were.
I guess you can't even be mad at it now, huh? Because they're just.
No, you can be, because you're still stupid. And again, Black History Month of all months. Like, why? For what? Yeah, someone should have caught that. I'm not.
That's
beat.
crazy.
Somebody says, "Oh yeah, we're gonna put this together, and this is gonna be on a barbecue. This is gonna be in the menu." The minute you see it's February, it's like, no, we're not doing that. And watermelon flavored water, get that completely off the menu, because that's stupid.
Oh, I thought it was cool. Okay, Logic. What about did they have sweet potato? Did they have sweet potato pie for dessert or what?
What the
anything but
Oh, okay.
Char should have been on that board.
Oh, God. I got a.
She really crashed that plane into the bay, didn't she?
Yeah.
Could have kept that with yourself.
I'm confused on something.
You know what, honestly, I'm finding humor because I can't believe that anyone could reach that deep and so obvious in the stereotypical manner and across the board, specifically.
Listen, I like how you're trying to get the Sally Jesse Raphael on right now, but you just nosedive with that horrible joke that you just did earlier. Was it any sweet potatoes, huh?
Yeah,
sweet potatoes. Yeah.
Well, it's not going to be pumpkin pie. See, that's another stereotype. Because some people eat pumpkin pie. I don't. But...
Okay. I got a question about this crazy movie, Black Panther. Oh man!
Right.
Why is it that
everybody?
Why is it that everybody that see posts whatever and they talk about it, they wear African clothes to the movie?
Well, I saw that.
I'm like, why?
Yeah.
It's got to wear African clothes to go to the movie.
Should I read to you? Should I read to you a post that I put on my Facebook?
Yeah, read it. I didn't see it.
Because I saw all of that. C went and watched it, and I have to be like, really? C went and did a whole photo shoot before the movie.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
I saw it. She actually was beautiful, but my God.
It looked good. But again, it's their misconception. It's their misconception of what African gear is, because it's really not.
It was a movie. I was like, what is this? I mean, it's ridiculous. I'm not going to see it. I'm sorry, I ain't going to see it. Forget it. I don't want to see it now. It's like a movie.
But
I don't want to see it.
Hey, Bija, you'll miss so many inspired fashions, but you'll miss so many inspired fashions. What? You're the fashion designer.
It's no inspired fashion. It's not. No. They talk about the hairdo too. I don't want to see it. It's no inspired fashion, please. It's no.
Thank you, BJ.
Oh my goodness!
I'm looking for this post that I put out there.
I'm sick of it.
I'm looking for this post that I put out there. I think many people lost the point in the post, because my thing is, the reason why I even posted this, I think it was yesterday, is because I'm basically tired of seeing this Wakanda Forever bullcrap.
Yes.
Wakanda Forever crossing their hands in front of their chest.
Yeah, crossing their hands.
Panther fist or whatever you call it.
Like, oh my God. I was like, oh God.
Yes. Okay. On my nerves.
Well, I don't know if anyone would find this interesting, but I'm looking forward to it. But do you guys have this type of movie theater out there? We have a theater here called Eclipse downtown, and you have only 8 seats per screening room. There's like 12 screening rooms, right? And it's a private room, so each seat lays all the way, it reclines out to a full bed. You have a personal concierge that waits on your every beck and call. You press the button. You can have appetite, a bottle of champagne. You guys have that out there, really?
Yeah, we have that.
What in the hell? Wait a minute. Why would you think Nevada would have that on lock? Like, what?
I don't know.
What are you talking about?
When it comes to, no, because when it comes to entertainment or unusual and unnecessary entertainment options, it's in Nevada usually. So that's why I was just kind of like shocked.
Listen, that idea is like 15 years old. It's been up here for a while.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. You've got a
listen. I know you went to the party town, Houston. Even Houston has that. I mean, I know I know we're going out of pocket because Houston is a crazy party town that no one has ever seen the likes of. But yeah, the rest of the country has gotten what Houston got 12 years ago.
Huh. Okay. So I'm not on anything stuck with my personal concierge. Yes, Char, what can I get for you? Oh, just another bottle of Grey Goose.
Yes, we have concierge.
Sushi, please.
Who wants to drink alcohol while they're watching a movie? Y'all can't go 5 seconds without drinking alcohol? Come on.
Actually, we can't. There's an opportunity when it's private. It lays out to a bed. They better just hope that they don't get security in there.
Don't even try and act like it's just because it was private. Y'all drink alcohol for breakfast and call it mimosas. Y'all drink alcohol at lunch. Y'all drink alcohol at dinner because you had a hard day. Then y'all go out to the club and drink alcohol after that.
While watching a movie.
Well,
you drink alcohol on the ball.
Get over a hangover. Listen, I drink Bloody Marys to get over your hangover the next day.
You probably more alcohol to get over alcohol. Okay, check it. Let me read this real quick. So this is a post that I put out. This is a post that I put out. I keep seeing Wakanda forever, and I think to myself, number one, I bet there are some people who are so dumb they actually think Wakanda is a real place. Number two, I guess I'll let the I'm pretty sure there's people out there who probably think Wakanda is a real place. I will not be shocked if I met somebody. Because really, they're just following the sheep. They really don't know anything about Africa. So I'm pretty sure there's somebody who thinks Wakanda is real. Number two, I guess I'll let the wave ride until it dies down, just like everything else black people forget about. And Chris is going to get on me. Going to get on me about this. Hold on. The next big craze. Okay, so I guess I'll let it die down, like everything else black people forget about till the next big craze. Number three, it's funny how it's Wakanda Forever, which is a fictional African country and dressing up in what they think is African gear. But if you tell some black Americans they look African, and that goes for islanders too, or remind them that they are more African than Native Americans, then they have the gall to get offended. So this is what I wanted to put out there while everybody's dressing up in their African gear, wearing their quote-unquote natural hair, which most of the time is just a wig or something, trying to make it look like mixed people hair, going out there, raising their fists, Wakanda Forever. Do you still remember, any of the people who were shot by police? Do you remember any of that going on? Do you remember Trump rallies or, it's now Wakanda Forever? Right?
Yeah. Yep, and then we have Black Lives Matter. That's going on too.
Flavor of the month.
Right. Yeah, that's right. Flavor of the month. Now,
Black Lives Matter
the gun
gone.
thing now. Yeah, now the gun thing now in school. Now the gun thing exactly. It's crazy. I'm like,
Which Trump's answer for that is to Trump's answer for gun control is to arm all the teachers.
Arm all the teachers. Hey, well.
That's what he said. That was his answer for it. Arm all the teachers.
Yeah, qualifying matter for all teachers should be whether or not they can place a shot in the third ring.
I mean, there are no crazy teachers out there, right? So, I guess, let's do that.
Oh, we had a movie question last week though.
But there's no solution to that. There's no cure for crazy. Crazy is going to be whatever crazy is. If you have a country with no guns, crazy is going to go stab people. If you have a country with no knives, crazy is going to get a metal pole and start smashing people in the head. Yep. Walking down the street. It's crazy is going to be crazy regardless. So I mean, come on. Every time we got to do this, we're mothers against guns. Shut up.
White Lives Matter, since it's mostly white people that get shot up when there's a school gun shooting. Issue debacle. So think about it. Why is it mostly white people? Not only that do it, but that are affected. What is that about?
What?
What'd you say? Mostly white people. I don't know about that.
No.
He said when there's a gun debacle, why is it?
In Columbine, there was some black kids that was getting shot. You know, that was
what,
there.
like 3?
What?
3?
No, but listen to what I though. But when has it ever been a black person other than the sniper? That one husband and son sniper years ago. When is it ever really a black person that's doing?
Or are you talking about mass shootings? What are you talking about?
Yeah, mixing them up.
Father and son. Well, I'm sorry. No, okay, well, yeah. But mostly when it's a school catastrophe like that, there's some crazy young white kid.
The reason for that is the majority population of this country is white people. So most of the time when these things randomly happen, it's more than likely going to be white people because they are the majority. Now, if you're talking about why is it in like you're talking about the snipers, they were serial killers. That's a totally different situation. They were just killing people randomly like a serial killer does. So he was just crazy. Crazy is anywhere, everywhere. Black, white, whatever. It doesn't matter. Crazy is crazy.
Okay. Well, let me ask these questions. So, tonight's question is, would you sleep with your friend for $1 million? So say you're married or you're single. Would you sleep with your friend for $1 million? I guess BJ's answer is yes because he is cracking the crap up.
No, there's no yes. There's no yes. You're my friends and no female. Hey, hold up. Suppose you have guy friends, no female friends. That's how I was laughing. What the fuck?
Oh, gosh.
And right?
like, yo.
You didn't tell us what was.
Wait, what?
Does he miss all his teeth or what? Oh, my gosh.
What are you talking about?
What about teeth? What are you saying?
What are you talking about, Char?
What is he?
The friend was. I said, BJ's like, damn, how's the friend? I'm like, well, is the friend missing all his teeth? I mean,
no.
No, there's a reason we missed that.
She didn't go there.
There's a reason we missed that.
Wow.
We were being spared.
Well,
Goodness gracious.
Thank you. Oh, my God. You see what I'm saying?
God, my stomach hurts now.
Damn. Kick me in the gut.
Oh, my God. So anyways, all right. So, BJ, yes or no?
No. I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't.
So you wouldn't, you wouldn't sleep with the girl you were talking about the other day who has no ambition. You wouldn't sleep with her for $1 million?
No.
I mean, you're talking about sleeping with her with no strings attached. Like, is this an understanding? Like, listen, I'm about to pound these guts because I'm about to get paid.
Ambition wouldn't matter then. Right.
Yeah, no strings attached. Yeah,
but
is strings attached?
No, listen, it is. You talking about tax free? Is it because if it's taxes on $1 million, that ain't worth it.
No, it ain't worth it.
But if it's tax free, I need that extra $300,000.
How much would it be? How much would be coming out as taxes? You'd still be in the
same taxes would be like $700. You walking away with it? Like the government helps you.
$700,000 you didn't have before for 5 minutes, maybe.
Yeah, well. It depends on what friends you're talking about.
That's what I'm saying, see?
I may need that 300.
That's what they look like who you. I don't think that.
And I got.
It matters so much there then, but
$1 million ain't enough.
Right.
Crazy friends, I know, right?
She's not a friend, but she's like if it went that far, like you gotta get that. No, never mind.
That is messed up.
He said, never mind.
All right, Char, would you? $1 million coming your way.
Okay, we have to sign some kind of clause that you don't know me after that. And can I wear a blindfold? Because what if I don't even want to look at you? I mean, that is just so weird. I don't know.
Well, for a woman, that's easy. For a woman, that's easy. Just turn around. Like, what are you talking about?
No, because you could open up a informed, so it's kind of like an iffy one. I don't know, because what if it just leads to all kinds of craziness?
Say yes.
You hear that?
Say yes.
Worth it.
Yeah, you hear that? Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just
yeah, she up in the condo of an old white man.
I know.
I'm excited. I don't know.
I know that. Yeah. $50 million.
Y'all are so
She do bareback me.
Okay.
What about you, Kai?
So basically, logics or maybe. It depends on the situation. BJ really said no. Char, I'm not done. Char is a no, but it's really a yes. And Kai, yeah, for $1 million, sure. I don't have to look at them. I mean, probably will never talk to them again.
Like every one of your friends, it's like it's a thumbs up.
Everyone that I there's some of them that would cause me to heave, not because of their looks, but because of who they are.
It's because
you know what? And then some people I do know their background and how many people they've left in their wake.
Yeah.
$1 million. I don't know. Again, I think I agree with logic. It depends on who it is. I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I guess I guess it depends on who it is.
If you're crazy, oh no, it won't even be worth $1 million if you're crazy. You just won't be worth it. Go around telling everybody or just exaggerate, just anything. No, your business be all over the place.
With that, Char, then I agree with you. You have to sign this contract. I'll probably give you like 100 from my $1 million.
That's you. It's called shut money. Just shut up.
Yeah, all right.
But you gotta sign.
$100.
Well, I won't tell. Like most people don't read the contracts, so I'm just gonna have you sign this non-disclosure form. Here's $100. Sign here, initial here, thumbprint here. We're doing this in front of the notary public, and yeah, sure, let's do this. And then I guess we can find out after that what it was for. So yeah, I mean, again, but it depends on who. But with the contract, then yes, I would do it. There, that answer. No, and it has to be a guy. No, it can't be a girl. It has to be a guy.
Right.
I was just thinking that.
You're not swimming in the lady pond for $1 million, huh?
No, not for anything.
Sorry, you can't say that. You know.
What? Char would totally do it.
It seems like it'll be a little bit easier.
Okay, wait a minute. Let me ask this one. Let me ask this
less invasive?
Would you stay in a known haunted house?
Wait. That's another question for another show.
Wait,
I already have that down. Yeah, I didn't want him to say it because I don't want y'all to think about it. But did y'all hear what Char was saying? Did y'all hear what Char was saying? She said to do a girl would be easier because it would be less invasive. Dude,
what?
Your mouth.
I said it's non-invasive. It's non-invasive. Non-invasive.
Dude,
and I said no pun intended.
You're drinking stuff that's coming from a person's body. What the are you talking about?
Well,
to me, that's more invasive.
No,
Char,
you know what I mean.
Char, wait. Are you trying to, in a low-grade way, tell us you're gay?
What did you say, Logic? I didn't hear you. Are you trying to what?
I said, are you trying to, in a very low-grade way, tell us you're gay? Or is that what you said?
Yeah.
No, we love you either way.
No,
we're not going to judge you.
We do it all the time.
Char, hold on. We have a black president. We have an orange president now. 21st century. Okay?
Yellow president. He's yellow.
Char, we'll love you either way. We're not going to dismiss you. You'll still be our Char. Just tell us.
I just said. We are. It's a lot.
We are.
We're not in.
We already know.
Oh no! Then a guy. If I'm $1 million, I mean.
Yeah. No, listen, we've heard you tell all the tales.
Dress anyway. It's not that far off.
We get it.
You're a rug muncher.
Girls watch each other undress. It's not that far off.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
That's completely different.
Hand me that bottle of vodka.
Jesus. Here we go.
Something's wrong with this woman.
Is this awful?
Something's wrong with
No,
this
what are
woman.
you talking
so
about,
Char.
Kai? It's totally normal to put two girls to watch themselves undress, get drunk, and then next thing you know, you're playing whose hand is that. It's all normal. It's all normal.
Yeah, not in my world. That is not normal to me. Because whose hand is that will turn into whose fist is in your face. That's not going to happen. So anyway, yes, I will do it. Depends on who it is, but it has to be male, no females. There's no amount of money that you can get me to do woman. No amount. It won't happen. Ugh. Anyways, on to our show. Wait, hold on. I did have another question. So that was the first question. The second thing is, would you rather? So.
What?
It's a would you rather situation. You have to choose one or the other. So tonight's first question is, if a boat was going down, you had the option to either or. You know what? Let me not do this. I'm going to ask Logic's one because he said this one earlier. If your wife was given birth and she was dying, so you had the option to either save the kid or save your wife. This is for the dudes. Who would you save?
I'll save my wife.
You can make more kids later, right?
Yeah.
Listen, I got memories with that girl. That kid's got to go.
You can make kids later. You can make more kids. You're right.
Yeah, you're the same, PJ? So you wouldn't save the kids?
Think of it this way. All right, you've been with your girl for X amount of time, hopefully a couple of years. You got all these memories. You got this life planned out, and then it's this moment where you have to choose between her and a lump in her stomach. Like, the lump's got to go, because if that lump grows up, it's like me and her face mixed together. She's not here. I'm miserable for the rest of my life trying not to resent this kid. No, not doing it. Get out of here. I'll make another one.
Yeah, you make another one.
Wow.
Yep. Gotta have it white.
BJ, you're in agreement. But BJ, you actually have kids, and you're in agreement with this?
Yeah, well, that scenario. Yeah, well, I have kids, but still, I'm say the wife. Hell yeah.
But I'm not talking about, okay, back in the day, this was happening when you loved her and everything before she cheated, all that stuff.
Listen, Kai, what you are experiencing right now is a woman reaction. I'm going to tell you right now.
I know, right?
If some dude found his Selma Hayek, he is not saying goodbye to her for some baby. He's not doing it. Get it out of here. Make the move,
all right,
Make some more.
Should I ask the girls a question, or should I leave it alone?
Ask the girl a question.
I said he can make another kid, so I'm obviously thinking the way the man.
No, but that doesn't. Of course, you would want to be saved. I can't ask us the same question because we'll be like, oh, you.
Okay, no. Here we go. Okay, your husband, he fell ill with a very crazy cancer. You're a match for the bone marrow, but if they do it, it's going to cost you to have a miscarriage. So do you let your husband die, or do you keep saving?
Wow. That's a good question.
Well, I'm going to let Char answer first. I'll tell you the reason why.
You're passing the ball.
No, I have my answer already. But I'm going to let Char answer first.
That's a good question. Damn.
Can I ask you a question? There's no other way I can have another baby? This is it, and I couldn't have baby before?
Ain't nobody say all that. Listen, you're pregnant. He's dying. You got to give bone marrow. If they do it, you're going to have a miscarriage. No question. You're letting them die, or you're going to sit up there and say, oh, at least we have our baby. What are you going to do?
Okay, why would I let him die when I could wait? See, that question, you're applying that to a man. That's not working for a woman.
No, it's not. Yes, it is.
Sean, let me explain this one more time.
Is it really?
You are pregnant.
Yeah, thanks.
You're far along. Your husband grows ill. You can save them, but that lump in your stomach will die.
Stop calling it a lump in your stomach. Good God. You unfair.
I just have a brain.
Until I see a face that ain't a person to me.
Oh, my God.
Well, I'm just going back to the other scenario. I'm going to have to let the baby go because I can probably have another baby if I'm young enough with my husband that I just saved. The same concept.
Okay. Kai?
I'm saving my husband because
you're selfish.
I personally wasn't. I wasn't really attached to my kid until after she was born, and then I grew to love her. It's not somebody you really know yet, and there's a chance that it doesn't mean that the baby's definitely going to die because it's just human medicine and human guessing. So if I can save my husband and there's a chance to save him, then I'll do it. There's also a chance that the child will still survive. And if it doesn't survive, then it is what it is. It wasn't supposed to be here. So that's how I think about it.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, all that meant my shit saved my dude.
You said what? Shut up.
That came from your brain, huh? Pretty good.
Well, that was my answer. Anyways, let's go ahead, and we're going to go to commercial real quick. And when we come back from commercial, we're going to play a clip of Char saying, you need to be a slut in your 20s.
Not exactly. Not exactly, listeners. Don't worry.
I'm pretty sure that's what you said. Pretty sure that's
what you said. I stand on it.
I'm pretty sure. Okay, commercial.
Kai here from No Conduct Radio. I just want to let you know, Dubai the Jungle by Abdullah Al-Qatari, available. It's not just the 4 years spent and not the critical thinking applied, but it's the calamity that fall onto the people of Dubai. It's the hardship that falls down on the commander of the Dubai police and how to solve it. And it's about the beauty of the written word. Check out Dubai the Jungle by Abdullah Al-Qatari, available now on Amazon in Kindle and paperback. You can go to our website, www.noconduct.com. Search for NCR Books, and you'll be able to find it right there. Dubai the Jungle by Abdullah Al-Qatari.
I don't know why that was skipping. Did y'all hear that?
Yeah.
All right.
Kai, can we start putting music in with the commercials again? It's so cool when you did that in the background. Something corny like elevator music and, something. Yeah.
So anyway, here's the clip that I was talking about earlier. So let's go ahead and listen to it from last show. Well, not last show, but a show in January, the end of January.
Here you go. She has no realistic goals in life. She's living at home. She's scared to go out on her own. That's crazy. And there's a lot
Wait a second. She's living at home. How old is she?
Well, she's 40, going on 45. But
that is quite
she still lives with her parents?
Yeah,
wow.
But it's a different issue. But the thing is, she don't have any realistic goals in life that sustain her as far as either financially, just like she living to me like a fantasy world. But she's crazy. But it's a whole different thing. But she got every other quality as far as a woman, a perfect woman that way, as far as with a man, everything else. But the other issues I cannot get. I can't get to. I can't. And she was crying. She looked at me crying. I said, I'm sorry. I just can't put myself through that situation, and just like deal with your issues while I'm still thinking, okay, it's a long-lasting thing.
Well, DJ, let me ask you this. DJ, let me ask you this. If you became more serious at some point, and even if it were to, let me just say hypothetically, if you became, let me talk fast because our show's on for 5 more minutes. Okay. If you became serious at some point and you just kind of overlooked some of the other issues, if you ever became her husband, she won't be living with her mom, so that's one strike.
Okay.
No.
I understand.
Oh, my God.
No.
DJ, how do you she didn't have goals? Her goal could have been to be a good wife to you one day, or maybe to give you more children, or maybe
that's not a goal. That's not a goal. That's not a goal.
So Char, wait. Listen to what you're saying, Char. So her goal in life only required her to bang some guy
and be with him.
No, he's not some guy.
Oh, come on, man. It's like a woman saying her dream was to be a mother. So all your dream consisted of is letting a dude dump in you raw? That's all you needed to do for your dream?
How do you know? How do we know that? Just because they may not be the goals that he was hoping for, he has a right to say this is not what I want.
No.
Okay, all right. So Char, wait a minute. So Char, flip the table. Wait a minute. Hold on. Flip the table. You meet a guy that's in his 40s living with his mother. Is that the guy that you're going to settle down with?
We're talking about a woman. I just said if she married him.
It doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter. You're talking about an adult. If this guy is saying, I want you to be with me and I want you to take me serious, but he's living in his mother's basement at 40-something years old, is that a guy that you would invest in?
No, of course not, Logic.
Okay, so she's a loser, and he had every right to tell her to kick rocks. She's a loser.
Differently than women, Logic. But what if the woman was sick for 6 months and she moved back in with her mom? There's circumstances for everything.
You know what she would have said? You know what she would have said to him? I had to move back in the house because I got debilitatingly sick, or I was in a car accident where my leg almost got amputated, and I have been recovering, and I can't wait to get out of here. I've been working, saving up my money. She has a plan. She would have said this to him. She would have shown that she's been making strides to do such things. So he would have said, oh, okay, she just went through a hard patch in life. That's understandable. Just like a guy. No woman out here should take any dude seriously that's still living at his mother's house. I don't care. If he's over the age of 30, I would say 32 because of the way the world is right now. It's hard. So if over the age of 32, he doesn't even have a plan. He's just living at his mom's house. Stay away from that guy because he's juvenile.
How do we know she? Okay, could we just ask VJ just to get this over with? Because I really want to hear this. VJ, what did she say when you said, "Do you have any goals in life, or what are your goals?" What was her answer? Very quickly, please.
I told you. Our answer wasn't logically up to my standards as far as being like 10 to 5 years. Matter of fact, 5-year plan. She don't have it. She don't have a 5-year plan. Nothing like that. It's nothing financial.
Well, what did she say? If you can tell us, what did she say? What did she say? We want to know.
Okay, she wants to be she wants to be say like a dancer.
Oh my gosh.
There you go. That's one. A dancer.
You're late in the game.
Exactly.
All right, so I'm going to stop this here. Yes, it was the wrong clip. I do apologize. However, I did want to talk about this one, and I did want to talk about this one. That's why I had this one in here. We're also going to talk about the clip where BJ said his niece was being a whore, and Char agreed with him. This kind of goes together. It kind of goes together because Char, again, agreed with the fact that basically a woman's goal in life was to live off of a dude. So I guess after it's okay to play. I was going to say, I guess after it's okay to play the field in your 20s and 30s, then your life's goal at 40 or 50 is to just wait for your white knight to come around and save you?
No, that's not true at all. It's just that some people, depending on how they're raised, family and marriage is very important to them, and it is a goal for them. Just because other people have higher, larger goals, what they consider to be higher, larger goals, isn't fair to tell some women that that's not a goal. If that's her goal to have a family and raise children and be a great wife and be part of the community with her family or do volunteer, whatever they do. Okay, that's not fair to say that person has no goals and no gumption and no fire in them and no interest and no future. I mean, that's just not fair. It's being judgmental. It just is. A career outside of the house is not something that every woman was designed for, because you work at home, believe it or not, you actually work harder than many people do when they go to work. You never get to clock out. I don't know why people don't see that. Being a housewife, there are some women.
That's the ones that actually choose to be a correct housewife. Don't even act like all women do that. That's the ones that even choose to be a correct housewife, because I know a lot of women who don't do that.
Yeah.
They live off the guy's dime, and they're not a correct housewife. So don't even try that.
With a stretched out neck hole.
Well, I'm talking about a real housewife that really is doing her thing. No, I'm not talking about a lazy housewife. I mean a mother, a full-time mother, full-time housewife. You know, you're running a business when you're running a house.
Your goal is to have a family and kids, but other than having that goal, what are you bringing to the table?
Yeah, what are you bringing to the table?
For you to just say my goal is to marry some
Be honest, Char. How many women do you know
any of those women
that are like
have to be bringing money in to say that they're bringing something to the table? Why can't listeners call in when we need them to? They always text when they want to say something else. Say something else because this makes a lot of sense. How can you say
Char,
not
I want you to tell me, honestly, how many women do you know fit that profile that you described?
Well, before you answer, Char,
it's more of a
before you
I guess
answer,
a certain
Char,
time period was more women, though. I mean, no, I'm saying in life, there's a lot more women. That was the thing. They were
you know
home.
what?
It matter.
Logic, BJ. You know, I've actually, because of Char, I've begun to pay attention to my daughter and how she talks back and when she needs to learn to shut up. And I have actually started trying to train her to not grow up to be Char. And it's all because of Char. Like,
wonderful. That's wonderful. It's really nice. Very nice. She's missing
really
out on a lot,
I don't
though.
want her to grow up and not know how
she's
to hold
missing out on a lot.
I just said before you answer, Char, and you couldn't stop for that split second.
You know, I hate to be somebody that splits hairs here, but it really didn't start with Char. On this show, that started with C. She was the first one.
Yeah, that's true.
Good old C. We actually have requests for C to come back and be Logic's adversary. There are actually requests out there for C to come back and argue Logic.
No, don't we debate enough? I mean, why would we need somebody else to debate with Logic? I mean, oh my God.
I guess that was Logic's arch nemesis. I don't know, but people are requesting.
Why am I the benchmark on this show? What is that about? What are you talking about?
Right. Yeah, why? Why can't you be?
I don't know, man. I was just telling you. I was just telling you what I've seen. Anyways, what I was trying to say, before you answer, Char, at Char's request, go ahead and call in if you have anything to add to this at 607-203-5378. That's 607-203-5378. Or, as she was calling you out for being too shy to text, go ahead and text at 484-840-3627. Now answer, Char.
Thank you, listeners.
That was the answer?
Logic is asking something I know in that way.
You know
now. No, not as many as maybe the 1940s when I wasn't really around. So, but I mean, times have changed because I think it's because the divorce rate has changed. Back in the day, people didn't get divorced per se, so maybe that's why there's more women that are forced to work outside the house because they're likely, in many cases, raising their family on their own. So because of the way life has changed, our world has changed, the way our values are socially, relationship-wise, maybe that's why. But I'm just saying, generally speaking, don't put someone down for, wanting to be a mother, a wife, and raise a family because it is not easy work at all. If you have one child, it's just not.
We're not putting somebody down for doing that.
No.
What are you talking about? You're misconstruing everything. But we were not putting people down for wanting to be a mother and a housewife. The issue was, no, he was not. The issue was that she had no goals in life except to leech off of him.
Exactly. What you bring
now,
to the
it's
table.
completely different if she had a goal. It's completely different, Char, if she had a goal to be a mother and a wife. However, in the meantime, she was working to bring money to said table that it will need to that you will need to have to raise children, to have children, because even the doctor's visits aren't cheap. Now, if she was doing that, that's completely different. But for you to still be living at your mom's house doing absolutely nothing, saying, hey, I want you to take me and marry me and I want to be your wife and have your kids and that's all I'm bringing to the table, that's what we were talking about. How was that so hard for you to understand?
Dream. No, Kai, she did have a dream. She did have goals. They weren't BJ's goals. That's what I have a problem with.
They wasn't realistic goals. A dancer, really?
That's like you at 50, Char, saying that my dream is to be a ballerina.
At 44.
That's the same thing. That equates to the same thing. You're 50. You dream of being a ballerina. Are you freaking kidding me?
Oh, 44.
Well,
no. Actress.
Oh,
you know
here's the thing. A little odd to if you haven't broken by now at 40. I mean, at 40, she's 45. Okay, that is a little far fetched. The chances of it happening then, if it hasn't happened already, probably not. But I mean, maybe she could be a instructor. You guys got to think outside the box. That's what I'm saying,
outside the box. Look, I think outside the box a lot. No.
Oh
that's like saying being 44, 45, started being an actress, taking acting lessons. Really? Okay. Mm-hmm. You end up being a waitress and all that kind of stuff. Plus, trying to go out and auditions. Really? So that's what you bring to the table for me.
And at the same time you're doing that, now you're trying to find a dude and say, hey, let's get married and have kids.
Yeah, that's crazy. No. Mm-mm. Nah, you can't bring that kind of problem to the table with me. No.
Now, let's segue this into Char's original statement that we were going to talk about, which is, BJ, you were talking about your cousin, who was, what is she? Mm-hmm. She was a teenager or something, right? And you told her she was a whore.
20,
and Char took,
Mm-hmm.
And Char took high offense to you saying that. Char took high offense to you saying that, you know, she was young. This is what you're supposed to do when you're young.
Yeah.
You know, now when you get older is when you start trying to settle down. So
that's crazy.
This is what we were talking about. I really wish I had gotten that clip, but I don't have that clip. So whatever.
Me too. I sure wish because I did not say. I did not encourage the girl to be a whore.
Exactly.
I'm calling it a truth. It's a silent protest. I want to hear the clip before I proceed because I know I did not say encourage a girl to be a whore. I thought she was saying that she
did right now. Hold on. Anybody listening right now, please message in right now. Did Char or did Char not get offended that BJ called his cousin a whore because she was young? Please message in. You can even call in 607-203-5378. Because Char, you did say that, and it just happened to be at the end of the show, and we couldn't get into it.
Right, at one time. Right, she was saying two guys at one time, and I called her a whore. And you say, why you call her a whore? Right, whatever.
You said that's what they're supposed to do when they're younger. When you're younger, you basically play the field. That's what you said, Char.
No, actually,
my bad. Somebody's asking for the number. Hold on, number 607. 203-5378. 607-203-5378. They want to prove you wrong.
What I thought, have one or two male suitors and then just narrow down to one, but don't feel like you have to settle down and get married.
Did you see how she prettified it, y'all? Male suitors.
She said suitors. The hell's a suitor?
I know what I said.
No, babe, that's not a male suitor.
Someone that's interested dating you, but one or two. I said one or two. You don't have to narrow it down to narrow it down to the best, the one that you like the best, but don't run off and get married when you're 19, 20, 21, or 25 or something like that. I said at least know that. That's what I said. That's what I said. You guys,
that's not what you said.
That ain't what you said.
That is not what you said, Char.
Yes, I did.
And first of all, calling them male suitors, first of them calling them male suitors is like, what's her name? The girl with the bald head and she has a big butt. What's her name again?
Oh, Amber
Rose doesn't have suitors.
Amber
She just goes out looking for
Amber Rose, yeah. So calling them male suitors is like Amber Rose calling herself a free spirit. I just want to let you know.
I know it was Amber.
No, two. I said one or two. I said date one or two guys casually. One or two. I said male, whatever. One or two guys casually. That's what I said.
All right, Char. How can you date one or two casually?
That's what I said.
Okay.
When you're young, you don't. There's nothing. You're not a whore because you have one or two guys that you're dating at the moment. Dating does not mean having sex. I said that too. I said that too.
Really? My
question is, Char, my question to you is, do the guys know about each other?
I don't know. You're getting too deep for me because that wasn't even part of my stilo when I gave that answer. I don't know about that. All I said was that you don't have to have sex with them. That's not needed, not necessary. Just because you're dating doesn't mean you have to open your legs. So I said the opposite of a slut. Totally the opposite.
Really?
Nothing close to that. Yes. But that's okay.
We're gonna continue talking about it this show, but I'm gonna get that clip and I'm gonna play it next show. so you can hear yourself from what you said. Because somehow, I don't know, maybe you were drinking too much. I don't know how you don't remember what you said.
But you can crawl for lunch when you realize, that's right, Char did say one or two male, I said either male suitors or I said date casually, one or two guys, that's it. I said, and you don't have to have sex with them. You don't have to sleep with them, but you don't have to settle down. Just narrow it down to me, then narrow it down to one.
What 21-year-old guy that's seeing a girl that's not having sex with him?
That's not fair to say because every woman is not opening her legs just because she's dating someone.
I said a guy.
Oh.
I mean, I didn't say every woman, but still, look at the scenario. You got got the girl's 20, whatever, 21, and the guy's 21, 22. So you're thinking these guys out here that age, clubbing, whatever, drinking, whatever, they're not having sex. They're just being casual dating. Oh, okay, I'll see you later. I'll see you next weekend. Really? Come on, nah, Char. You got to
It depends on her. It depends on a person's lifestyle and how they're raised. Everyone is not into that. Everyone's not into drinking when they're younger.
They're going down to the cafe and getting a root beer float.
Heck yeah.
Char. Even the goody two-shoes going to church Sundays girls, they're the worst, okay? They're the worst. They're the most wild.
I know you were going to go there. I knew you were going to go there.
It's the truth. Trust me. Those kind of raised
properly and respectfully, and some of them actually do adhere to what their parents have instilled in them about waiting until they're married.
All right. What is properly and respectfully? Tell me, what do you think properly and respectably raising your child? Tell me, a girl. Tell me. Go ahead. What they listen? Go ahead.
Well, you instill values into your child and integrity. You remind them that their body is only for their husband. It is sacred. Not anybody can just be up there rubbing and touching it and all of that. No, that's
one thing.
Okay.
And
Char, even if sex is not in play, the advice that you gave is encouraging these women to be dishonest.
No.
Thank you.
No.
Yeah, because she will not tell this
true.
guy. Listen, no woman is going to tell a guy, if she's talking to 3 dudes, she's not going to tell those guys, hey, just to let you know, I'm talking to some other dude whenever you're not available and whenever you don't come through for me, I'm just going and talking to this other guy, because no dude would then continue to invest. So most girls are going to keep that secret. So if you're telling some young girl, hey, this is what you do when you're young, you just juggle these men, you're telling her to be dishonest. If she is talking to someone, realizes there's no connection, then what you should then teach her is end it, be done with it, and then move on. There's so many women out here that just try to swing from branch to branch, try whatever, or they end up flat on their face most of the time when they go through life like that.
The logic, you guys forgot my scenario. I said when you're that young, you're probably in school. You need to focus on your studies, focus on your books, focus on what your future it will be or what your career is or where your goals are, and don't get serious about anyone. So investing for a man means that they're somewhat getting serious with that woman. I said keep it light and casual. That just means you just have friends that you go out with. You're not doing anything else. You're not doing anything wrong. You're not being promiscuous. And I said one or two.
That's what I don't think you're understanding. What DJ is saying is no dude is going to casually go out with some girl and not expect it to be leading somewhere. All right? This is a big shocker to women. Dudes don't want to hang out with girls unless it's going somewhere. Unless it's going somewhere physical or they're that kind of guy where they actually think that they're building a relationship. But dudes just don't want to hang out with chicks for no reason. That doesn't happen. So all you women out there that think a guy just wants to be your friend, you're fooling yourself because it's not happening. It's about something, and that's what it is. So if she is just trying to hang out casually and not do, she needs to stop trying to hang with guys. She needs to get a girlfriend
get a girlfriend.
Stop trying to go through the dude circuit.
All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring on one of our listeners. They wanted to set Char straight. So.
Oh, God. Go ahead.
Caller ending in 6696. You're on the air.
Hello, everyone. How you doing?
Hello.
Hi.
We're great.
All right.
Okay. Char, sweetie, what you're saying sounds great, but let's be real. This is reality. My mom taught me plenty of values. Grandmother, great-grandmother taught me all that good stuff you're saying. I lost my virginity at 16. I grew up with my mom. I grew up with my stepfather that was like my father. Still lost my virginity at 16. So what you're saying, casual dating for teenagers, maybe back when you was younger that worked, but I work in the school system, and it's funny because I just had a student that was sitting in class, and she tells the rest of the students that an adult, a grown woman over the age of 30, told her it's okay to be a hoe as long as you don't sleep with a bunch of different guys.
What?
Right. So I'm at the point where I have to wait the class in to explain to her, sweetie, that's what a whore is. And this child is in the 9th grade. So, we're talking about, like the guy was saying,
it's no that? Was it like her mother or something like that?
No, it wasn't her mother. It was another adult. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm thinking that it was another teacher that told her this. But my thing is, it's no such thing as casual dating. I had another altercation this afternoon where I'm breaking up 2 female students that's fighting over a 10th grader. These kids don't know what casual dating is. Casual dating to them is having sex with multiple people. I have kids come to me talking about how they had anal sex over the weekend because they can come and talk to me about things, and I can sit down, express to them or try to instill in them the things that they're maybe not getting at home. So casual dating, it's no such thing when you're talking to a bunch of middle school and high school kids. I mean, what you're saying may sound good in your head, but it's not realistic. It's not at all. A hoe is a hoe. I mean, yes, they need to focus on their schoolwork and school and all this other good stuff, and we can say that until we turn blue in the face, but reality is these kids are having sex, and I'm not trying to put you down or, be so negative towards you, but adults like you, women like you that's what kind of makes it hard on some teenagers because I kind of see what you're trying to say, but it's not coming out right. And this is how these young girls are taking it. Oh, it's okay if I sleep with a bunch of guys because I'm still young. I have my whole life ahead of me. No, because we're so busy worried about, keeping it casual and pregnancies, but what about all these STDs? Things that you can't get rid of.
A bunch of guys that's not. No, I literally said focus on your studies. 1 or 2. When I say male students, I mean literally. You're not serious with. You're just you're going out, just hanging out. You're not doing anything, no sex. Because people, depending on how you're raised, can I just ask you something? Is it a very urban environment that you teach school in, or is it in the suburbs? I'm just asking for a reason because.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. I teach at a charter school, and the charter school is mixed with
a different way of looking at things like this, and it's just that simple. Because it's true.
It's not. People in the suburbs are just as promiscuous.
And Char, let me explain to you why. Because this 9th grader that I'm talking to at my charter school, we have these high-level kids that basically are geniuses on down to, the ones that may be coming out, not so great environments. This child is a 3.5 student average. So it has nothing to do with their environment they're in. Like I said, I have grown up in that suburban household, and I lost my virginity at 16. So it has nothing to do with that. You're talking about casual dating. Please tell me what world you're living in so I can go there, because it's not. This is not it.
Well, okay, that's one example. I still don't totally agree with you, but if you're with these kids every day, that's one environment. That's why I'm asking you, what are we talking about as far as inner city kids environment? Because I still feel it matters, because if it is more of an inner city urbanized school environment, that would tell me that there's likely less parents. I mean, there's a larger amount of, I'll put it this way, there's more parents that are not available to be there for their children because they have to work 2 and 3 jobs. Maybe there's no husband. Maybe there's no other support at home.
What you're talking about, Char?
If you're in an urban environment, then likely.
Hold on. But I'm trying to get this straight. Because I have other teachers listening to this show. So what you're telling us is, if they're from the hood, it's acceptable. They're more trained to do this, but if they come from an upscale environment, they're not. That's not true because, like I said, this child comes from a good family that has money. Her GPA is skyrocketed, but she still didn't have enough sense to know that what a whore was. So you can't say that. You can't say because somebody comes from the hood, they're more likely to sleep around than somebody not. The charter school that I work in, it's everyone. We have every ethnic group that you can name in that school. So that has nothing to do with their background. Nothing. It's women like you and people like you that instill in these kids' heads that, it's okay that you casual date. Let's go to the ice cream parlor and get some ice cream on the weekend. It doesn't go like that. These kids are having house parties, kickbacks, smoking weed, having sex.
Majority of the kids are dealing with that. Let's just say that's the case. Y'all are all forgetting there are still children who are raised, they're spiritually grounded with a strong spiritual foundation where it's taught in their head every single day to make the right decision about their body, their legs, and their relationships. And they don't have to go with the pack. I don't believe that everyone goes with the pack. I believe there's still a good percentage of kids who really, and I on this show we're religiously ambiguous, so we don't mention whether you're Christian or whether you're Buddhist, Muslim, whatever. But I still believe that there are other children that, because their parents are saying, they're instilling this in them, wait until you're married, or don't be a whore, don't be a slut, respect your body, respect yourself. Just because all your other friends are doing such and such, you don't make those choices. So let's remove their urban environment, put them in the nicest environment, nicest school, nice budget, beautiful area. It doesn't matter. Now I'm talking about how do we know that that spiritual foundation doesn't affect their decisions. I truly believe that even to this day. And I know there's a lot of kids that are raised by preachers and all that are sometimes worse. They call them PKs. And I was one of them. I understand that. But it's not always – I don't believe that the majority are just out there whoring around. And I never said be a whore. It's okay. I never said that. I said focus on your studies. And I was talking about kids out of high school because that was VJ's example. I was not talking about all the pressure of being around 500 people every day. That's pressure like crazy. I meant a person that's grown, but they're young, and maybe their goal is college.
She's in college. What are you talking about? She's in college.
Right. That's even worse because they're just coming out of high school. A college student, to me, you just in college, but some of these kids still have the same mentality that a 9th or 8th grader may have. They just went to college. What you're saying makes no sense. I am married to a pastor. I'm in the church. We have had young girls in the church get pregnant and their parents in the choir stand. They're assistant pastors. So what you're saying doesn't make any sense, Char. I don't care where you come from, what your background is, how much your parents raised you to be a goody two-shoes or whatever. If you're going to sleep around, that's what a kid is going to do. I don't care how much they have instilled in them. I don't know what world you're living in.
PK is not always going to be the best example. Sometimes they're worse. To some of the kids that are raised by pastors even and, by prophets and teachers and all of that. I understand that because I was raised that way. I totally get it. But, however, there's a better example and a better chance that child is going to make better decisions because they're still reared in the right way with the light and the truth, and they're spiritually grounded, knowing the foundation is. There is discipline in biblically. There's discipline. There's responsibilities. That there's repercussions. It's not like just be wild and go out there. Their parents are telling them every day.
I don't know if it's because your son's in his 30s. Char, I don't know if it's because your son's in his 30s that you're just unaware. It doesn't matter.
We're not talking 30s.
It doesn't matter if a child is religiously grounded. If somebody out there, for instance, like the listener is telling you, if there are people out there, your teachers are telling you it's okay, you have your teachers telling you this, you have other people that you look up to telling you this, maybe your aunts are telling you this, maybe classmates are telling you this. It doesn't matter what the parents are constantly doing. No, you're not going to have not all girls, not all guys are going to go out there doing this, but you can't just say it's, if they live in the suburbs and they're religiously grounded, no, that's not how it works. And second of all, I live in the suburbs my entire I've lived in the suburbs my entire life, and those children in the suburbs are just as freaking nasty as the children that you're trying to say in urban places. So I don't know, like she was saying, she had children coming in there telling her they had anal. That was in my suburb school. The popular cheerleader, the bubbly blonde girl, she was saying stuff like that. What are you talking about, Char? Good God.
But what everybody's missing is one of the first things I said on that last show was that if you're too serious with one guy, you're going to get pregnant. So that's why I said date casually one or two, then decide which one that you like. Then you can deal with just that one guy. I didn't say anything about
saying, Char. In this world, listen to what I'm saying. Females, young females, when you're telling them to date one or two casually, that equals up to them. I'm going to sleep with one or two casually. That's what that means.
Exactly.
We're not talking about I'm going on a date to McDonald's and we're going to chill and watch Netflix on the couch and I'm not going to touch you and
That's what I'm talking about.
When you're saying dating, we're talking about sex. I mean, that's what it is. It's sex.
I wasn't talking about sex. I specifically said don't open your legs. When you date casually, it's very, very, very light. It's just have fun, hang out.
And this day and age, dating casually means exactly what the listener is saying.
Know how what young kids do these days. Okay, I'm around young kids. That I don't hear. I mean, they're not going to tell me everything that's going on in their schools or their personal life, but it's definitely possible. Y'all act like it's no people are left out there with morals. They can't keep their legs closed. That's how
that's what I'm telling you. I work with kids every day. That's what I'm telling you. I work with these kids every day, and they come to me every day, especially after the weekend, and tell me what they did over the weekend, and it's nothing casual. It's never nothing casual. I mean, we done suspended a group of kids that are giving blowjobs after school, where parents can see. So when you're talking about dating casually, I'm trying to figure out, again, what world are you living on?
Well, once again, caller, you're in one school and one environment. I just can't see that being the norm, and that's just it, because that's your experience. You're one person, and that is your experience every day, and I get it. But again, my idea was not to get pregnant being serious with one person. Like Logic said, there's nothing wrong with being married when you're, I guess he said 19 or 20 or something. I said, no, you should, I didn't say anything about sewing your roll oats. I said, just be sure that one guy, narrow it down to that one guy. If you're dating casually, then I'm not going to get serious with this one person that quick and get pregnant, and then I'm not going to finish complete my goals of college and being somebody when I get out. That was the ultimate goal. Don't get too serious.
Sure. I understand what you're saying, but you have grown people over the age of 30 that still do not get that are still living in this fantasy world. So what makes you think that these kids understand what you're saying? Like, what you're saying sounds good and sweet, but it's like I'm going to talk to this child and telling them that, it's okay, just date casually. There are some grown folks that don't understand that. So what makes you think these kids understand that to that level? I don't care if they're from the suburbs, the hood, from Planet, Woozah, or whatever. The point is you have some grown folks that do not understand what you're saying. So how do you expect a 9th, 10th, 11th grade, or even college students to be on that level? It's not possible. Yes, there are some good kids. I'm not saying that. There are plenty of good kids out there that may want to save themselves for marriage, that are still virgins, but my point is majority of these kids are having sex. And when you talk about casual sex to these kids or casual dating, all they see is sex. There's no such thing as casual dating. I'm sorry, just the way it is. I don't care if it's my school or the next school across the street, it's going to be the same way.
But then how do you tell a child to not get too serious? Because when they get too serious, that's how they get pregnant. Especially that.
Actually, hold on, listener.
When the kids come to me and ask me about sex, they know I'm that real teacher. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything for you. I let the kids know. I know you're having sex. I'm not your parent. All I can tell you is to protect yourself and let you know that these boys are not into you. These boys want to hit it, and they're gone. That's all they want. It is more out there than getting pregnant. You got diseases. All I can do is educate these kids. But, again, they're mine from 7:30 until 4 o'clock. After that, it's up to the parents. I only can do my job for 8 or 9 hours. After that, it's up to the parents. But, again, you have to realize, telling these kids casual dating is not going to work. I'm sorry. I've been teaching for quite a while, and I have done experience from the upscale kids, like I said, down to the hood kids. It's the same. It's the same level. That's all I'm saying.
And Char, I don't know where you're getting this from. Char, I don't know where you're getting this from. Getting too serious gets you pregnant. What are you talking about? Having an accident, not really knowing where babies come from or something like that gets you pregnant, but you can use protection. Getting too serious does not get you pregnant. Getting too serious prevents you from getting STDs, prevents you from having a long list of guys in your wake, probably prevents you from getting pregnant too early because you and the other person are on the same page and you're pushing each other towards this one goal before you have a family. But you keep saying getting too serious gets you pregnant. You're sounding like maybe my daughter in 5th grade that says, if you kiss a guy on his hand, that'll get you pregnant. What are you talking about?
No, because y'all were talking about marriage was okay at 19 and 20. I said no.
Marriage is okay at 19. That does not, marriage does not get you pregnant. You do know that, right?
No, you're not
aware
hearing
of that.
what
Marriage
I'm
does not get you pregnant.
The more serious that you are with someone, pretending, playing house, pretending that you marry, seeing each other every day, every other day, opposed to just having a friend or maybe one other friend that you just go hang out with sometimes. You're not opening your legs and you're just focused on your study. You're not trying to get serious. If you keep seeing that guy, obviously, you're going to get pregnant. That's just what happens. And a lot of these kids are not making choices of you as a condom. They have free condoms. They have free condoms for the community, but you know how they're using them anyway. Especially the ones that
remember that YouTube video you're telling me about that this girl was just hanging out with a dude, like she was just, what was she doing, teaching him or something, and she ended up pregnant. She wasn't serious about him. She ended up pregnant. Remember? You remember?
I've never heard.
What the hell is Char talking about?
Logic. I don't know what you say. Maybe that was a private conversation because he didn't say it on the air though. Did you say? I don't remember that at all.
You showed me. He sent me a YouTube video for me to watch. This girl was chilling casually with this guy. She ended up pregnant. She also had another guy that she was chilling casually with, by the way. Oh my God.
She probably had 5.
Please don't.
With. That was not
this is, my thing is I watch.
You don't have sex. You can use your own brain. Everybody has one between their 2 ears. And that's what I said. I never, ever promoted anybody being hoes, whores, sluts, promiscuous. I never promoted that. I said, focus on your doggone studies. Make a decision based on the fact that you have something greater and bigger and better than having these men run up in you. And if you get too serious, you will get pregnant. That's what happens. People were playing house all over the place. They were doing that when I was 14. I get that part. But everybody doesn't have to do that. Everyone doesn't have to go down the same road. Why do you think abstinence programs do so well? Abstinence, those programs do well in schools, and not only in churches, but in schools and in the community. They have programs like that, people. They do. And I'm not saying
rightly think that children are going to remain abstinent. This is why I'm saying getting married young is good.
Programs are successful. Those programs are successful, Kai. I just said that.
Okay, you know what?
You can look
Thank you for calling in, caller. Continue listening. Thank you for
caller.
your thoughts.
Y'all have a good night.
Char's getting on my nerves, so I'm going to let you go now.
I'm glad you hung up. I thought you hung up.
Oh, my God. Char, you are, oh, my God. It's just like talking to a brick wall with her. She just.
No, because when I'm passionate about something,
I just can't.
Right about it.
But you're wrong, Char. Somehow you're not understanding this. Everybody is telling you that you're wrong. You cannot expect young kids to just remain abstinent and tell them just casual dating. Casual dating in our world, mine, from my generation on down, is a completely different concept now. You cannot expect a kid to be dating multiple dudes and just not have sex and then tell them that if you get too serious, you have a baby. So you know what they hear in their mind? Maybe I should just sleep with a bunch of people because if I get too serious with one person, I'm going to have a baby. Okay, then. But how can't you understand this? I'm telling you this. Logic told. So this is coming from the dudes and the women and the listener. It's not just me. I don't understand how you don't get this. This is how I implemented my daughter, and I hope that it works because it might or might not because she's her own individual. But I do have an open dialogue with her, and if she comes and tells me somebody like you tells her some bull crap like that, I will be meeting you wherever it is and tell you don't ever talk to my daughter again.
Wow.
I don't understand. I don't understand.
I don't know. I'm not saying that she didn't have some valid points.
So a listener messaged in and said that their husband is listening and they're wondering if Char is serious with what she's saying.
Yeah, she's serious.
Char, again, another dude is not agreeing with you. So you're in your own little world. And that's what I'm saying. I'm not sure if it's because your son is 30, but if he's 30, he lived in the same world that I did, which is this happened. Casually dating girls in my school, in my little suburb school, by the way, the little blonde, bubbly teenage girls that I'm telling you about, who did have mother and father there and was rich and all that stuff. She used to come to school and tell us she was still a virgin. This was on the off chance that I was listening, because most of the time I didn't want to listen to their crap, and I was in the corner reading myself. So she used to say she was a virgin, but she got it up the butthole, and that's how she was technically still a freaking virgin.
Oh yeah. Oh God.
Oh my God! I honestly don't understand Char.
You know what?
BJ, Logic. Hold on, Char.
Let
me ask the guys a question.
That's what it is.
Char, let me ask the guys a question. BJ, Logic, please, because the listener that just called in, obviously she's a woman. Obviously she thinks like me in this aspect. Tell me, which is more the norm, Char's thinking, or mine and the listeners?
The norm is the listener.
It's obvious at this point.
So the norm is mine and the listeners thinking?
And the listener, yeah.
Absolutely.
So that's what I'm saying. When I say what's the norm, wait. When I say what's the norm, how do most women think? Do they think like what Char is saying? That's what I'm saying.
Oh, how do most women think?
Yeah,
I think they think the way Char thinks. They think because look at all these girls that have male friends, and like I just said, I had a conversation with a cousin, and I told her, you can't have male friends and be married. She's not understanding.
Wow.
She thinks that she's going to have male friends while she's married. So I think most women think like Char.
Yeah.
Oh,
now,
brother. Anyway,
another question for the guys.
The legs close. None of them. Right.
Oh, that's why. Oh my God. Why?
Abstinence programs are successful. They do work. Not always, but they work.
Question for the guys. So, if a girl is dating you casually, are you friends with her? I don't know, playing Xbox, PlayStation, going out and playing pool, or? And I'm not saying y'all too, but y'all come from the guy side of it. Or are you trying to
listen? Casual to men means smashing with no strings attached.
Smashing women, yep. Smashing with no strings attached, yep.
Why are you asking that? That was posed to a 20-year-old, a 19-year-old, 25. That's it.
Same thing.
It's the same, Char. It's the same thing because those kids are surging.
Because as you
with,
get more mature,
listen, Char. I'm trying to tell you, young men in their teenage years, in their early 20s, are surging with testosterone. The only thing they're thinking about is fighting or fucking. That's it.
That's all.
Those are the only two things that they're thinking about.
That's true.
Wow.
And girls that age, what do they want to do? They want to please whatever guy that they're looking at. Oh, he's cute. All the girls like him. I want him. You get him. He says, hey, this is what I want to do. What is she going to do? No. I'm casually dating at the moment, and I'm not giving myself up to a guy because getting serious leads to pregnancy.
Oh, Kai, I got a question for you. Nope, I got a question for you. Okay. If it was your daughter, when your daughter is
at
17,
she got pregnant and she was young, I'm going to punch the baby in her stomach. Oh, are we talking about something else?
We know you would do that, but that's not the question. That's not the question. When she's 15 and 16, do you trust? Well, listen, guys. When she's 15 and 16, in any school, whether it was urban, whether it was in the outskirts, it was uppity, whatever, okay, do you trust and believe that she would make the decision to not have sex if she's married? Or, oh, no, I won't say that. I take that back. To not have sex because she's pressured by, period. At that age, as a young girl, going into her teens.
Let me tell you this: my child has only just now hit the double digits, and I've already had the conversation with her when she was still in the single digits. That if you feel like you want to have sex, you need to come and talk to me. If you've had sex, you need to come and talk to me, because I don't trust children. children are their own people. No matter how much you talk, you could turn, as other people like to say, blue in the face. They're still going to do what they want to do. So I've told my daughter all her life. Now, this does not mean that she's actually going to follow through with it, but I have told my daughter, if you feel like you really want to have sex, come talk to me. You know, we'll figure it out together. If you have had sex, come talk to me. I am not saying that I'm going to be happy. I am not saying that I'm going to be la la la. I may get pissed the fuck off and have to go to my room and give me a couple minutes before I come back out here and talk to you. But you need to talk to me so we can work through this together. So, no, to answer your question, I'm not one of those parents that said, my child will never do that. Yes, my child is an individual, and she may or may not do it.
Okay. That's a good answer, actually. Makes sense. We just don't know. You know, I don't know. I still feel like we have no faith in our kids.
Also,
and by the way, my child is in the whitest school you could ever white in White Town. So just so you know.
I figured that. Trust me, I've already got a visual.
I was just saying that the term urban just means that you live in the city. It doesn't have anything to do with it.
It means what? It means
urban
what?
Is a term that's used for people that live in the city. It has nothing to do with a racial demographic. Let you know.
I didn't say anything about a race. I did not mention a race whatsoever. I said that
listen, the implication is there.
No.
Because most people think when you say urban, you automatically mean black people or Latinos or something like that. So he had to put that disclaimer out there.
But I just mean statistically how many of those kids don't have both parents at home or either parent at home when they get home.
But what makes you think it's only in the urban setting that kids don't have both parents at home? That happens in the suburbs too.
No, that's not what I mean. That's not what I mean. How about this? Because there's a better chance that they may not have a father. Kai, that's what I'm referring to. A father. Because he's off making other babies.
That's worse.
I need to start. What do they take for heartburn? Is it Tums? Char is going to give me a freaking ulcer. Oh, my God.
Statistics in urban city area or in the inner city areas, there would be more cases of children who don't have their father. Generally speaking, that's just what happens. I mean, just think about it. That's what happens.
Look, to be honest with you, to be honest with you,
why do you think people, when people of suburbia, they think of a white picket fence, a big shaggy dog, and mom and daddy? That's why that because it's more often than not.
What you're describing is the nuclear family. That's the archetype that's in media. That doesn't mean that's the case. In this economy today, there are very few single working homes. Most people both people have to work, the mother and the father. That Columbine situation that happened years ago happened with one of the kids because both his parents worked. They had salary jobs, hours they kept at those salary jobs, which you can stay as long as the job takes. There's no off time. That's how much they were away. This kid could amass an arsenal, cut those barrels down on those shotguns and stuff, and no one was the wiser because no one was ever home. So they were living in $600,000-$700,000 houses, you know, back in the 90s, that was a lot back then, you know. So it doesn't.
I'm talking about single parent mothers working 2 and 3 jobs and father at all. That's what I'm saying.
I understand where you're going. What I'm saying is, even if you have both parents there, if both of them are working and they're so tied up in their lives of trying to make sure that they can keep the mortgage paid, and it doesn't even have to be anything bad, like they broke up or something. It's just they are not paying attention to their kid. That kid can then use sex or drugs or whatever that the crowd that they're hanging with is doing as a means of an escape, possibly even to get attention from the family. You know,
I have a good example based on what you're saying, Logic. I have a good example. Look at Kim Kardashian and Hilton, Paris Hilton.
All her sisters.
They didn't come from neither the suburb or the urban community. And they had both parents there.
No, but you look at Kim. You look at Kim. Her father died, and her mother, let's face it, she looks like a hoe. That was a hoe back in the day, and didn't know that she
that was
when
true.
she got older, and was running after what? Bruce Jenner, who was the hottest athlete at that time. You know, he was all on the Wheaties boxes and everything. He was the man back in the day. So do you really think her chasing down an Olympian, she had time to invest in her daughter? Or did her daughters think that I have to be something special for to get the attention that it's probably some kind of void that's been growing in them? These little kids. What do you think is more possible?
Or even Paris Hilton, both parents were there. The mother didn't work. She stayed at home. Paris Hilton had money. She had no problems. But what? When you have no problems, you get bored. Boredom leads children to doing the worst things ever, which is she probably had sex when she was young. She probably actually did a lot of drugs when she was young. And I'm saying probably because I don't know, I wasn't around her. A lot of these rich kids that you're trying to act like they have, you know, the two parents in the household, all this stuff, they have no problems. A lot of them, not all of them, are getting into trouble with drugs, with sex, with everything else because they have nothing else to do. They don't have to worry about helping mom with the light bills or anything like that. They don't have to worry about
it's a cry for attention.
I wasn't talking about rich kids. I'm talking about middle class. Middle class meaning you're not poor. And then you're not super rich. Those are the people that I was referring to when I'm talking about these good schools.
I lived in a middle-class neighborhood. It was still the same thing in my school. Why didn't I do it? Because I wasn't into that crap. But most of the girls in my school, there were girls in my school sleeping with the teachers. So, Char, you're just really, really misinformed. I know people who were really into the school, who's messing with adults. College students. I think
another disconnect is Char had a son, and it's different with boys. There's a different dynamic. Girls are under a lot of psychological pressure from their peers. Boys more are destructive and fight more. That's something you got to watch with them. But girls, it's like, it's a whole nother ball game, and I think because Char didn't raise a girl,
that's probably true because I didn't have a girl. I had a boy.
I talk to my daughter
but
every
then
day.
how are you going to argue with people, Char, when they're telling you this teacher called in to tell you what she sees in her school? I'm telling you what I saw in my school. Why do you continuously argue then?
Because it's not just my opinion.
I'm telling you, I have had to change the way that I think about raising my daughter based on Char.
Anyway, it's not me. I'm just one opinion. I've heard many people say parents, exactly what I said. Don't be getting serious with anybody because that always means you're going to get pregnant if you get too serious. Don't be getting serious with anybody.
They're stupid. I have heard parents and aunts and uncles and stuff like that tell me to get married to the guy who, I don't know, loves me more than I love them, or who has more money so they can take care of me, or some other bullshit. Those are people's opinions. You have your own mind. You know that's stupid. You don't get pregnant from being serious.
No, you don't understand. I'm not going by the fact that somebody else told me to say it. What I have said has been confirmed, that because I've heard plenty of other people say exactly the same thing over the years. For whatever reason, I know what my reasons were, but that's what they said. So it wasn't like I just made this up and just came with this wackadoodle idea.
Well, a lot of the times that's older, bitter people who messed up their lives telling young people something that they're thinking that they should have did. But it still doesn't make it the proper thing to say or the proper way to go about it. Those are usually bitter old women or bitter old men who didn't amount to what they wanted to. So then they're telling this young kid, this is what you need to do because they destroyed everything or didn't achieve their goal. So you got to take that with a grain of salt.
All right, so next show, now that I have a complete headache, next show we're taking your relationship questions. So if you actually have relationship questions based on what we discussed tonight, please go ahead and message that in. You can do that at noconductradio@gmail.com, or you can text it at 484-840-3627. Next week is relationship questions, and I'm going to find that freaking clip to play for Char. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for calling in. Thank you for messaging in. Peace out, everyone. And remember, visit iOOI.net.au for your all-natural nighttime, anytime face moisturizer, and they have free shipping anywhere in the world. Good night.
Ladies, keep your panties on until next Thursday. Everybody have a terrific week and be safe. Goodbye.
Bye, Felicia.